It really should have been a story of hope and how women have taken their destiny in their hands and are willing to move forward. Muslim students in Karnataka have finally given the message, we put our kitab, our education first. A majority of them actually appeared for their class 10 exams, taking off their hijab because the rules of the uniform asked them to. But there is a certain set of people who simply can't seem to swallow the peace that prevails. 2 fresh petitions have been filed in the Supreme Court, one by the All India Muslim Personal Law Board and another by a Kolkata-based body of Islamic clerics. They both have challenged the Karnataka High Court verdict that held the wearing of the hijab is not essential to Islam and said that a school uniform and rules are reasonable restriction that cannot be objected to. In its petition, the All India Muslim Personal Law Board also argues the High Court order led to discrimination and the idea of uniformity cannot negate constitutional rights. It's not coincidence at all that the Congress in Karnataka has also jumped in now saying that we will keep pushing for the right of hijab, for the need of hijab inside schools, even if the matter may have been settled in court.
हिजाब तो हमारा मुस्लिम का एक ये धर्म है, लेकिन निकाल के पढ़े तो कुछ भी होगा नहीं। हम तभी भी हम लोग लिखते हैं स्कूल में हम लोग को डालने का नहीं है हिजाब, लेकिन हम लोग नहीं डालते हैं और बाकी स्कूल में डालते होंगे, मुझे वो पता नहीं।
It is the Supreme Court and they have every right to go to the Supreme Court. Because they are attending the exam does not mean that from hundreds of years that system of burqa, parda and niqab is there. But that issue is not still alive because it is in the Supreme Court. And these students are confident that they will get justice in the Supreme Court as per the Constitution.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Malvika Avinash, spokesperson of the BJP, is with us, along with Anurag Naidu, author, advocate Varis Pathan, national spokesperson AIMIM, Lokesh Jindal, leader of the Congress, Maulana Sajid Rashidi, president of All India Imam Association, advocate Varis Pathan. The court has settled the matter. The children want to go and get on with their lives, get their education. Why are you so upset?
Well, we respectfully disagree with the judgment of the Honorable Karnataka High Court. And the Constitution has given a right that if we are not satisfied with the judgment, there are higher courts to correct the judgment. And so several people have moved the Honorable Supreme Court. Our Karnataka MIM body has also moved this Honorable Supreme Court against the order of the Karnataka High Court. And we are hopeful that we will get some reprieve from the Honorable Supreme Court. Because see, what has happened, Padmaja, is that hijab is a fundamental right guaranteed to us by the Constitution. Article 25, it is also part of our essential practice of religion. As said in the Holy Quran, Surah Azab, ayat number 59, clarifies that, oh Prophet, please tell your women to guard
this issue has been argued.
So
I have said this over and over. I am certainly not qualified. You are an advocate, but certainly you would also defer to the wisdom of a 3-judge bench, including the Chief Justice, which also included a lady judge. We are not, at least I am not competent to be now adjudicating on matters of the Constitution. That has been settled. My issue with you is on the politics, sir. Because this is not like some legal problem that you have. It is a political problem. The exams are happening.
Why are the
exams are happening. Peace has returned to Karnataka. Why are you stirring the pot? Why are you stirring the pot constantly? Let these children study. There are girls going to school. They are taking off their hijab. They are saying we'll go in uniform.
So who's saying that we won't go in uniform? We are ready to wear the uniform because we just want to have a hijab on our head, and there are higher courts to correct
we
the
want to have matlab. You are not wearing it, right? The children who are wearing it are taking it off because they think that exams are more important.
I am talking about my sisters, my daughters.
But your sisters and daughters are taking it off because they think that education is more important.
They have a fundamental right to wear a hijab.
Why do you want to keep foisting that hijab on your sisters and daughters? Sisters and daughters are now giving their exam. Why can't you let them be in peace?
Since last If you stop your commentary, I will make my point. Since 1400 years, the women have been wearing hijab. Why all of a sudden the Modi government does not want us to wear the hijab?
Again, we are going back on a point that has been settled by the court. My question to you is very simple. Your sisters and daughters, on behalf of whom Muslim men keep speaking, they want to give their exams. Let them give their exams.
No. See, Modi says, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, but when our daughters, our sisters want to take education, he has kept an option.
But
either
sir,
you take
Beti to
education
bach bhi
or
rahi
you
hai,
wear
pad bhi
hijab.
rahi hai.
See, our
Can you
intention is
please see
we
those
want our
images?
daughters to wear
You'd
hijab.
be happy to know that 99% of the girls are happily going into their schools and giving their exams.
It's not proper.
You know what the irony is, sir?
You know what the irony is?
That the 1% of those poor girls, and I feel worst for them, who were misled into boycotting their exams, are today saying, give us an alternative. Political parties like yours use those girls, made them boycott their exams and dumped them. Now they want to take a retest. Who is going to compensate for their year? Who will compensate? Will you compensate? Who will compensate?
If you don't follow the constitution and if you don't follow the fundamental rights granted to us in the constitution, it is your lookout, Padmaja.
Sir,
but we say we follow the
nobody to follow the constitution.
Right, it is
The
granted
Karnataka High Court has laid down the constitutional law.
Part of our religion practice.
If there is anybody who is challenging the constitution, it's political parties like yours.
What is the harm?
Is there education also in the constitution?
Why should we not challenge it? Why are the higher courts made for? Why are the higher courts made for? Higher courts are made that if we are not satisfied with the judgment of the lower court, we have to move the Supreme Court. And we have done, we have followed the constitution. It is granted with the law. This right is granted to me by law that if I am not satisfied, I can move the Honorable Supreme Court. Who is this interfering? Please allow me, madam, have some decency. Have some decency when I am making a point. Don't interfere in that.
What is
this? Why you are interjecting? Let me complete.
To listen to others also. You don't even want to listen.
So who are you to stop me? Who are you to stop me? Who are you to stop me? Who are you to stop me if I make a point for 10 minutes or 30 minutes? The anchor has given me. The anchor has taken my name. The anchor has taken my name. Is your name Waris Pathan? Is your name Waris Pathan?
Listen. Calm down.
Then you just keep your mouth shut for 10. Just keep your mouth shut for a few seconds. Allow me to make my point. Don't play the woman victim card here. I will make my point. I have been told by the anchor. My name is Waris Pathan and I am making a point.
Okay. Please, let's not tell anyone to shut up. Let's keep it civilized, please. I'm requesting, please, we'll keep this civilized. Waris Pathan, make your point. Make your point. Tell me today, I have a direct question to you, sir. Today, peace has finally returned. After months of unrest, children are back in their classes. Are you trying to stir the pot and create trouble? Yes. Waris Pathan.
No. We want our children to take education. We want our daughters, sisters to wear hijab on their head, have a constitution and book pen in one hand, have Quran in one hand, study, make a good name for yourself, make a good name for the country, be a good lawyer, doctor, engineer, a good anchor, and one day become the Prime Minister of the country as well. So what is the harm if you are following that? And it's an essential part of religious practice. Okay. If our Sikh brothers can wear turban on their head and go to school and college, if our Hindu sisters can put a sindoor or a tilak and go to a
Malvika Avinash will respond to that. Malvika Avinash will respond to that. Only thing Waris Pathan wants, even as he sees these young girls go back to class, is that they should have a kitab in one hand and a hijab on their head. But before you answer that, Malvika Avinash, let me quickly remark that you said, Waris Pathan, we want our sisters to wear the hijab. I thought this was supposed to be their choice. Why is it about what you want your daughters and sisters to do? This was supposed to be their choice, right?
Nobody is forcing freedom of choice. Yes,
you want them to do it, but a minor child, in the face of what you want her to do, will have choice. So a 16-year-old will say that my father, my brother, my uncle, my grandfather want me to wear the hijab, but I will exercise my free choice and I will not wear it. Anyhow, there's no harm, you say, Let Malvika Avinash respond. Malvika Avinash.
Choice of freedom. Yes.
Choice
Nobody
of freedom.
forces
Right.
them.
एक हाथ में हिजाब, एक हाथ में किताब.
Nobody forces
Malvika
them. It
Avinash.
is their individual choice. They want to wear hijab. Nobody
Okay,
gets
now if
them.
he
Nobody
stops
gets
speaking,
stopped.
then others can
It is a
speak.
fundamental right.
Yes.
He wants to make all women stop
Yeah,
speaking
when I
so
was
that he can create
making my
listening to
point, you
himself.
interjected.
All right. Thank you very much. Padmaja, the matter is very clear. All of these arguments that Mr. Varis Pathan is making here today have been put forth in the High Court of Karnataka, that it's an essential part of here. Islam, that it's their fundamental right, that it's their choice, that it's their freedom of conscience, that it's their freedom of religion, so on and so forth. But the High Court has felt the need to uphold the uniform as against the hijab. And the High Court has written out an elaborate order in that regard. Now, it is the right of these girls to go to Supreme Court. Nobody prevents them from doing it. It is their right to go in appeal. However, in the meantime, exams are being held for these girls, and I urge all of these girls, unlike Mr. Varis Pathan and all those who are playing politics with these girls, I urge all these girls who are all of 16 or 17 to please go and write their exams. Please write your exams. Pass out of at least pre-university, so you know if hijab is a choice, or if it's a right, or if it's essential, or whether you want to choose your hijab over your kitab. Allow the women to do it, allow the girls to do it. Who is Varis Pathan and all the men to tell them what to do and what not to do? If they
Nobody is
indeed
forcing you or
believe
you
that
to
it is
stop.
the right of these
Nobody is
women,
forcing you. Are
then
not
they
wearing
should
it.
allow
It is your
them to
freedom
make
of
that
choice.
choice.
It is your choice. You don't
You
want
are
to
these
wear,
men
you don't
to
wear.
sit
But
in
our
judgment.
daughters who want to
Somehow
wear, we
it's
can
always
stop
the All
them.
India
And why
Muslim
should you
person
stop
law
them?
and men like
It
Varis
is my
Pathan who are
essential
speaking for the
religious
women,
practice.
never allowing the girls
It is
themselves to
prescribed
speak.
in my holy Quran. It is there. It is
Sir,
written there in my
first
holy
sentence in
Quran.
Supreme Court, not
And
on
who are you to
national
stop?
television. It was not
We
used
don't
to
force
use
anybody.
national
But if a
television.
sister or a daughter wants to
I
wear it,
I didn't want to come down to that argument because it has been given ad nauseum. The same Quran that speaks of the hijab also speaks about men dressing very modestly. I don't think your shirt right now really adheres to that dress code, but let's leave that aside because we've done this ad nauseum. And it has very specific.
Okay, if you have no,
Yeah, but we've done this earlier, so let it be. Let it be about how men are supposed to dress. Nobody wants to quote the Quran on how men are supposed to dress, but let's leave that aside. Let's leave that aside.
I won't allow you to go.
No,
I won't leave you here. Show me where is it written.
Let's leave that aside. We've done this ad nauseum. I want to bring in Maulana Sajid Rashidi. When you keep talking, just a second, when you keep talking about hijab, मौलाना साजिद रशीदी being an integral part of Islam, तो जो लड़कियां बिना हिजाब के एग्जाम देने का अपना चॉइस एक्सरसाइज कर रही हैं, आप उनके ऊपर अनड्यू प्रेशर नहीं डाल रहे हैं, क्योंकि उनके पास एक क्लियर चॉइस है, या तो एग्जाम दो या फिर हिजाब पहनो, क्योंकि ये यूनिफॉर्म कहती है, ये रूल है स्कूल का। आप कह रहे हैं कि ना ना ना, अगर आपको अच्छा मुस्लिम बनना है हिजाब पहनना ही पड़ेगा। आप उनके एग्जाम के रास्ते में क्यों आ रहे हैं?
देखिए मोहतरमा, दो तीन बातें सुन लीजिए। मैं बड़े खामोशी के साथ सुनता रहा। इस्लाम का हिस्सा है हिजाब, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है, लेकिन इस्लाम ज़बरदस्ती किसी पर फोर्स नहीं करता कि आपको ये सारी चीज़ें छोड़कर करना पड़ेगा। ये फोर्स नहीं करता इस्लाम। हिस्सा है, जो मानता है उसके लिए, जो नहीं मानता, बहुत सारी हमारी मुस्लिम बहनें हैं, बहुत सारी हमारी मुस्लिम बेटियां हैं जो हिजाब नहीं पहनती, खुले बाज़ारों में घूमती हैं, उनके सरों पर दुपट्टा भी नहीं होता। तो मेरा मानना ये है कि इस्लाम का हिस्सा होने के बावजूद हम डंडा लेकर, तलवार लेकर, लाठी लेकर किसी पर फोर्स नहीं कर सकते। हाँ, सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जो फैसला, हाई कोर्ट का जो फैसला आया है, कर्नाटक हाई कोर्ट का, उसमें हमें अफसोस इसलिए हुआ है कि उन्होंने कहा है कि ये इस्लाम का हिस्सा नहीं है, बस इस पर हमें अफसोस है। दूसरी बात, आपने अभी डिबेट देखी है, दो सोचों की लड़ाई थी, दो सोच की लड़ाई थी। एक सोच वो थी जो आरएसएस और बीजेपी को रिप्रेजेंट करती है, एक सोच वो थी जो एमआईएम को रिप्रेजेंट करती है। दोनों की सोच ये है कि हम इस पर सियासत कैसे करें, दोनों की सोच ये है कि हम इस पर सियासत कैसे करें। आप मुझे बताइए, ये कह देना कि साहब हिजाब के लिए हम बच्ची का फ्यूचर खराब कर देंगे और हम जो है हिजाब पहनेंगे और एग्जाम नहीं देने देंगे, ये कौन सी सोच है? ये वही सोच है जो बीजेपी और एमआईएम मिलकर दोनों एक सोच के साथ काम कर रही हैं, दोनों एक सोच के साथ काम कर रही हैं, और ये सियासी लड़ाई है। मैं समझता हूं कि एमआईएम के जो प्रवक्ता बैठे हैं शायद इनकी बच्चियां भी हिजाब नहीं पहनती होंगी। मैं कितनी बड़ी बात कह रहा हूं आपके चैनल के माध्यम
ये बिल्कुल गलत
और
बात
बहुत
है।
सारे
ये बिल्कुल गलत बात है। किसी के ऊपर ऐसा पर्सनल कमेंट करने का आपको कोई हक नहीं है। दिस इज नॉट अबाउट वारिस पठान एंड डेफिनेटली नॉट ड्रैग इन हिज डॉटर्स। नो 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 नो, मौलाना साहब आप ये बातें नहीं करेंगे, उनकी बेटियों को आप नहीं ड्रैग करेंगे इसमें, नहीं, ये गलत बात है। आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू टॉलरेट दिस, आई एम सॉरी। मौलाना साहब ये वापस लीजिए, ये आप नहीं बोल सकते किसी भी बच्ची के बारे में। और क्या मतलब आपका बाजार में खुला घूमती है, जिसको घूमना है घूमे।
देखिए कुरान में ये भी कहा है, सुनिए
नहीं, और आप किसी की बेटियों को नहीं लाएंगे। आई एम सॉरी, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू टेक दिस एनीमोर। लोकेश जिंदल, लेट्स जस्ट गेट बैक टू द पॉलिटिक्स। दिस इज नॉट अबाउट, दिस इज द क्लासिक केस ऑफ यू वांट टू फाइट योर बैटल्स, यू ड्रैग वुमेन इनटू इट। उनके घर की बेटी क्या करती है, उनका आप कीजिए ना, आपको जो करना है। किसी की बेटियों के ऊपर क्यों थोप रहे हैं आप? Nobody's daughters has to have to bear the burden of what the father is doing. This is ridiculous. Lokesh Jindal, no, and there is no personal comments allowed. Lokesh Jindal, yes. The Karnataka Congress now entertained a delegation of Muslim clerics who said we will take up the issue of the hijab. Surely the Karnataka Congress has got better things to take up than to say that now after the matter is settled, after children have said that we want to make our choice for our education, we will say no, we will now fight for their hijab.
Good evening, Padmaja. First of all, the hypocrisy of BJP makes me laugh. Now these people who are acting as champions of liberty, where is this liberty when they are talking about Valentine's Day? What about the love jihad? What about conversion laws? Isn't that involved upon the person's individual will? And now what is happening during BJP's time period? There is a pattern in which there is a denial of socio-cultural rights, economic rights, political rights, and even legal rights to the Muslims. The hijab issue is simply a denial of socio-cultural rights. Now the BJP is coming up with some form of an issue whereby near the temples Muslims are not allowed to trade. The Anti-Citizenship Act was against them with respect to political rights. And mob lynching is nothing but denying them the very right to live.
You have given me a whole political science lesson. The simple question we are trying to ask is that if there are children who have made their choice, why can't you let sleeping dogs lie? Lokesh Jindal.
Ma'am, how can you expect children to make choices? How can you expect children to know what is right, what is wrong?
I thought that the girls were supposed to make the choice for the hijab, right?
Life to guide the children.
How lovely. So now you are going to tell women what to wear.
So girls are also having the choice to marry the person. So please tell me, madam.
But if you're saying the children have no choice, very interesting. Just a second. So you're saying children have no choice, then how is hijab a choice for school-going children? If children have no choice, then how do hijab-wearing girls have the choice to wear hijab to school?
School-going children. So similarly, when a Sikh boy is
don't shift goalposts and bring in Sikhism. We've been through this debate ad nauseum. That has been adjudicated by court. Stick to the hijab. Stick to the hijab. My question to you is simple, Mr. Jindal. The Karnataka Congress surely has better things to do than to rake up an issue that will end up damaging the children of Karnataka, the young Muslim girls of Karnataka.
In the domain of culture, why are we politicizing a culture? Please tell me. Why is it that every time there is no better issue rather than politicizing a culture and making the people think that Muslims are not organic part of the society, and then you are legitimizing all forms of mob lynching? The very BJP Muslim.
I don't even follow this argument anymore. I don't know where we have jumped to mob lynching and we've gone to CA. Anurag Naidu, basically political expediency, and there is definitely a section of the vote which Maulana Sajid Rashidi obviously embodies here, that the Congress wants to reach out to.
Absolutely, no doubt, undoubtedly. Padmaja, and the interesting point is, the people who are claiming moral high ground and being advocates of hijab are nighttime activists on prime time, but on the day, during the day, they are Congress politicians or some other parties, doing politics. And just like a typical politician, as we say, the Barsadi Mendak and the opportunist, listen to the chronology. Like you said, Padmaja, when the judgment was out, everything in Karnataka and Bangalore came to harmony. And when they saw an opportunity, when few girls were not allowed to appear into the exam, they smelled an opportunity, and that's when they all got up together saying, oh, hijab should be debated again. All these days, they were sleeping, and now suddenly they're talking about going to the Supreme Court. Now they're talking about challenging the argument of the Honorable High Court. And I think what these people, and also the 60 intellectuals writing letter to Chief Minister Bommai, it is like that award Vapsi gang. They're all ganging up, trying to create some kind of a scene here because they smell an opportunity. The exams are going on, and they are nothing but playing with the future of the young children who are entitled to education, who are entitled to the exam for which they have studied whole of the year.
Varis Pathan,
no right
trying to revive your politics, shooting from the shoulder of children.
Well, first,
absolutely.
No, first and foremost, remove the conception from your mind that children are being forced to wear hijab. It's a part of our essential religious practice, and whosoever wants to wear it, they are allowed to wear. And now, as this Maulana who comes here on your channel and he speaks, who is he to share? It is a choice of freedom. Nobody forces anybody to wear a hijab. But if my daughter or if my sister, she wants to wear a hijab, I say, okay, you wear a hijab. If you don't wear it, it's your choice. Nobody can force anybody to follow any religion because we follow the Constitution and we follow the fundamental right granted to us in the Constitution. The same Constitution has given me a right that if I am not satisfied with the judgment, I would move the Honorable Supreme Court. We have moved the Supreme Court. What prevents us from moving the Honorable Supreme Court? If you feel that the Karnataka High Court has not given a proper judgment,
I challenge you, just for the sake of the education of a young girl, can you for once tell the students of this, the girls who you're referring to put this hijab controversy aside till the exams are over? Then you can very well go to Delhi, do the dharna, go to the Supreme Court, fight it out.
Who started the controversy? The BJP government started the controversy prior to the Uttar Pradesh election because the people were asking them questions on the rise of fuel prices. They did not have the answers to divert the mind of the nation from the basic things. They started the hijab controversy. We never started the hijab controversy. The hijab controversy was started by the BJP. No, we want to bring it to a logical end. We say that the Quran says so. We have to follow our essential practices as one of their prime-time mottos.
No, so if the BJP has started the controversy, then now it's over, right? Why are you reviving it? What you are saying is counterintuitive. You are saying BJP started it for UP election, but we are reviving it. For what joy? Why are you reviving it?
No, BJP started this.
Good for you. Let the controversy be over. BJP will be, struck down.
One professor comes in the month of September and he says he does not like the hijab and the controversy erupts. A GO is taken out by the BJP government. And then a law is formed. Matter is settled there. Now it is going to Supreme Court. The entire controversy
for their own politics and what? I urge Mr. Varis Pathan and the congressman here and the All India Muslim Personal Law Board to kindly let go of these girls. Please do not use them for your religious politics.
Okay.
Please do not use them for your votes. Allow them to go back and write their exams.
Homilies are very easy to say that we want kitab also and hijab also, but let's be very clear. When you say it is an essential part, you have made these children, force them to make that choice because the rules of the schools are very clear. You are putting tacit pressure on them to make that unfortunate choice. Please don't do it. There are already 50 to 60 girls who have lost one academic year because of this political mess that was created for them at the beginning of 2022. Don't let more children fall victim. In that hope, thank you very much, all gentlemen, Malvika Avinash for having joined us. And again, never drag women or anyone's daughter or family into political battles. Thanks for watching.